Nuggets. Nikola Jokic named to his 7th All-Star game. He led the Nuggets against the Sacramento Kings. Picking this one up here in the first quarter. Nikola Jokic pulls up for 3. They call that the Sombor sling. Gets that to go. And then Sabonis off of the miss. Jokic, just a nice little assist there.
That's what he does.
To Peyton Watson. Let's take one more look at that one. The full court shove. Well, not quite full court because we got to see that a little bit later. Going ahead to the third quarter here. The Nuggets with a comfortable lead now. Michael Porter Jr. Oh, was that a little touch pass? Volleyball?
Great European basketball. Right? Give and go. You know, white man can't jump type basketball. Give and go.
And here is the shot really of the night. Insane.
This is just when you know you're having that type of night. And you know, he act like he doesn't care. He's been there before.
I knew it was going again, so.
You're exactly right.
Not excited. I know it was good. I expect greatness. I do great.
Well, how about Michael Malone? What did he see on that shot?
I didn't even see the shot. I was pissed off with the defensive play before it. I didn't even see it. I just heard the crowd go crazy, and I really didn't give a because I was just mad about our defense. So I'll have to go back and watch it. I don't know. I've been around this game so long. I'm sure I've seen shots like that, but, you know, not surprising. You know, he's a guy that just has this uncanny ability. Remember the shot he tried? I think there's .2 on the clock. He tried a tip shot from 85 feet that almost went in. I mean, so the guy is just he's on a whole different wavelength.
He is on a whole different wavelength, one that we really haven't seen since Wilt. And whenever that's the company you join, I mean, look at this. Jokic, Wilt, the only players with 35 points, 20 boards, and 15 dimes in a game. I don't know. Mr. Rinhorst, you are an MVP voter, and after watching Jokic get his 5th straight triple-double in such historic fashion, we were talking yesterday about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and his 50-burger. Where do we need to start this conversation with Nikola Jokic now?
That's the team. That's the two guys. We're going to see this, I think, for the rest of the season. You know, Jokic, when Tim Bontemps did his poll of the MVP voters in December, Jokic was in first. He had earned that position. I think he does the poll again right before the All-Star break. If he took the poll today, I think it would be Shai. The Thunder had that long winning streak. He's had some brilliant games recently. The 40-points in 3 quarters against the Cavs last week. Obviously the 50-point game this week. Then you see Jokic do this, and it's incredible. In a way, the fact that the Nuggets have suffered through injuries and depth issues this year and are still in the position that they're in, which they are still right there to get a top 4 seed, that's actually burnished his resume. I know that the Thunder are number 1, and Shai, I think, is in the league. But I think we're going to be having this conversation robustly over the next couple of months.
Yeah, early on, I had Jokic. I thought it was a no-brainer. And then Shai just went on an unbelievable tear.
Yeah.
And I've been rooting for him. I had Shai last year as my MVP. And his best bet is that Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets are not in the top 4 in the West. And right now they are. For the Denver Nuggets to be a 4 seed, him having Russell Westbrook playing his best basketball in year 17 or 18 or whatever it is, and winning games when they don't have the depth. Aaron Gordon is out, and just his plus-minus, the net rating comparisons, it's hard not to have Jokic at the MVP this year. I said Shai's his only hope is that he's in the bottom half of the league. He's outside of the playoff run, and he's in a play-in game or something like that. The Denver Nuggets are out top 6.
Well, I think, Brian, help me out with this, because everyone, there's no question, right, when we talk about Derrick Rose and his MVP season. It was incredible. But I do think now, with 2020 hindsight, I think a lot of folks say, well, maybe LeBron James should have another MVP. And there are many voters who maybe would have changed some things from back then. If Nikola Jokic doesn't get a 4th, do you think we could be having a similar conversation?
It's a great question, Malika. By the way, I do think Derrick Rose deserved that MVP.
Yeah, I do too.
I understand why it's always stuck in LeBron's craw. Like, I'm not even disputing that, but he was amazing that year. Yeah. But there's only been 2 players in the history of the game to win 4 MVPs in 5 years. One of them is LeBron, and we're arguing, well, he should have won 5 maybe in a row. That's the dominance he was at. And the other was Bill Russell, when the league was smaller, it was he earned them obviously, but it was a different dynamic, it was a different era. Jokic, to reach that level, the bar is incredibly high. And at the beginning of the season, I was saying, honestly, I didn't think there was anything he could do to reach the level because the disappointment that the Nuggets had last year. He has got there. I voted for him in the Bontemps poll. Today, I would vote for Shea. But I got to tell you, it's wide open, and I'm so impressed with the way Shea has kept the team afloat with the injuries that Oklahoma City has had. Yeah, maybe there's been some other teams that have been more banged up, but they've missing their bigs. They've really needed Shea to be a driver on offense. The other thing is that team, as great as they are, doesn't have great shot makers. He has to work hard on the offensive end. So I really, really respect what Shea's done. He's my MVP for now. I think it's going to be the other way than what Danny thinks. I think it's going to be hard for Jokic to clear the bar to win the fourth, as opposed to Shea to do it for his first.
Yeah, I think the bar when you're talking about 4, especially 4 in 5 years, is incredibly high. But that just means on March 9th, when the Nuggets and OKC face off, all of us are going to be locked in. And Jokic, he could build on his MVP case next week right here on ESPN. The Nuggets, they're in the Garden against the Knicks. That's at 7:30 Eastern. Steph, the
How's it going, everybody? Villa Sports Network here. Just want to thank you guys for your support on the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Also want to kind of remind you to don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video if you like as well. But regardless of the fact, thank you again for your support, and hope to see you on the next video.